Hello, my name's Artemis, and it's time to spew some hatred because there's a lot that I hate about normal society and the normies, and while I'm not looking to outright target them and actually look and point at them and go, ha, you, I hate you specifically, you dick, there are lots of traits, lots of things that I tend to find really amplify how much I like being in the furry fandom and being amongst people that don't conform to all of these social norms, and that's what we're going to go into today. But if you feel that I am targeting you in any specific way, good. Now you know what it's like to be a weirdo like me. Fucking deal with it. Learn empathy, bitch. Let's get into it. Okay, let's be honest. The first main point, which is probably one of the most obvious ones, is they're just so boring, right? Like the normal shit, what everybody obsesses on, it's so fucking boring. It's so boring. I don't care. I want something more interesting. It's not flavorful. It's like fucking plain chips, and what you really want is fucking loaded cheesy fries. It's just, I don't care about football. I don't care about kids. I don't care about anything on fucking ITV. Let's just do something fucking unique and artistic. Jesus Christ. Let me be a dog. Fuck it, it's so boring. Honestly, so much about traditional society and normies and just the whole way that the world operates just feels so fake, so hollow, so soulless, like nothing's actually real. It's all performative. You're all just pretending to be happy like this is some sort of fucking beer advert or something, or like the prospectus of a college where everybody is smiling and happy all the time. Because for some reason it's bad to acknowledge that things are shit. In fact, if you acknowledge that things are not actually that good, they just label you as woke these days for some fucking reason. And I can't stand that level of fakery. I can't stand the effort it takes to constantly be like, everything is awesome, and I love this burning fucking dumpster fire that I'm forced to live in. I mean, maybe that's one of the reasons I hate this, because it is fake to me, and I don't want to be a part of that shit. Maybe that's what drives us out, but Jesus. This might be a funny thing because we also see this in the fandom, but I see a hell of a lot more in normal society. High school never ends, and you're not allowed to really let it end, because all of the good things that are supposed to happen in your life, all of the best years of your life are your teenage years, and when you go to college or university, whatever you want to call it. And then around like the age 25, 28, you're supposed to settle down, get married, have kids, and then just spend the next fucking 35, 40 years of your life doing whatever it is you decided you were going to do when you were fucking 16 and picking your options. And if you haven't settled down by that age, then you're left behind and you're judged, and it's not good because no one's gonna be fucking here for it. I don't understand it. I don't like it. I don't like this pressure that you have to fucking basically do everything in your life that's worthwhile that you then reminisce over before age 25. You know, people are always trying to recapture those glory years, always looking back, oh, those are the best years of my life. That's depressing. Because if you live to be fucking 90, then that's just under a quarter of your life, or just over a quarter of your life was the best part at the very beginning, and the rest of it has never matched up to that. That's fucking terrifyingly depressing. God. Okay, this one might seem a little targeted, but I'm just gonna fucking say it. The whole baby machine, the human factory element of the world, where everything is built around having kids, just fucking makes me feel sick, really, because it just seems to me that is the constant pressure of stop enjoying your life and give birth to another kid, so that they can enjoy a little bit of their life, and then you can force them to have a kid. Like, we see this world. We see how shitty it is. We barely have a chance for a future ourselves. Do you really think we're going to inflict that on someone else? Just because you want fucking grandkids? Just because you checked out on parenting your own kids and you want another go with their kids where you don't really need to give a shit? I hate this fucking emphasis that you are only worth what you've given birth to. And that's one major reason I'm out of this shit. I mean, obviously furries have kids, and everybody does. It's not something that I'm saying is bad inherently, but the cult-like behavior of you're unworthy unless you passed on your genetics is honestly fucking terrifying. The judgment, my God, the judgment. And we're a bunch of judgy bitches too, just look at my channel. But seriously, your worth is measured by your wealth, your car, your house, your wife, your kids, all of these other things that could be destroyed or lost. Not who you are as a person, not your words or your actions, but, you know, is your house big enough? Is your car fast enough? Do you earn enough money? Is your job grandiose enough? Or do you feel like shit? The judgment just gets you down because none of it's ever good enough. It doesn't matter how far up you get, there's always someone above you that you're supposed to be comparing yourself to. So at what point are you allowed to just be happy that you are in a good situation? Apparently, none at all, because you've always got to be grinding. Fucking hate that shit. Fucking hate it. The grind mindset is the most depressing thing I've ever encountered, and I don't understand how anybody gets up in the morning to deal with it. I just don't. Just the idea of going to a job that you absolutely fucking force yourself to enjoy, force yourself to make everything in your life revolve around is just soul crushing to me. I can't deal with it. And yeah, everybody does have this to a degree, but having something like the furry fandom where you can enjoy this freedom of being who you are with people that you like helps balance that. You know what I mean? Like, it's easier to stomach when you have a time to be weird, and then you don't need to put as much stock into it. Like, seriously, whose dream job is it to spend 40 years in an office working for someone else's profits so they can enjoy their life, so that maybe you get a good retirement, maybe you get a good pat on the back, but you've missed a shitload of birthday parties and actual real life. And now you can just enjoy what little time you've got left with arthritis. Fuck that whole mentality. I'd rather die early and poor, but with a life well lived, than live to fucking 80, but sell all of my time for some other fucker who wouldn't give a shit about me. So many people have shitty opinions, that's pretty obvious, and that's another point, but it's the whole dying on the hill mentality they've got of it. Of, this is the opinion I've had, I'm not changing it, I'm not open to new information, and I'm not gonna fucking let anybody tell me I'm wrong. And I will die on this. It doesn't matter what it is. That's why we've got flat earthers still going around. It's the most hilarious thing. Sometimes you just want to fucking egg them on. I made a co-worker believe that COVID-19 made it into the UK because of Greg's vegan sausage rolls once. It's probably the best thing I ever did at work. But I was like, I'll die on this hill. And because of that, you'll believe me. Fucking did for over a week. People will just find a shitty opinion that they like the sound of, that fits their confirmation bias, and they will go to war on it, no matter how wrong it is. Because they can't ever admit it was fucking wrong, can they? Not ever. This is a really funny point for me to make because I'm also opinionated to death, but seriously, everybody's got an opinion, everybody has to share it, there is no common ground, there is no compromise, it is just, I have opinion about this, and everybody needs to know about it, and everybody needs to agree with it, because you're wrong if not, and fuck you, and I don't have the fucking energy, because there are so many things in the world going on that I feel very happy that I am mature enough as a person to put my paw up and go, I do not know enough about this situation to hold any kind of strong opinion one way or the other. Flat out. I do not know enough to really pick a side of this fight. Is that a bad thing? I mean, quite frankly, not everything involves everybody. I mean, do you know what's going on with Sri Lankan politics right now? Of course you don't. It's most likely not something that impacts your day-to-day life, but it's important to a lot of people, but it's not important to every single person. And you don't have to be involved in absolutely everything, but Jesus. It's like these people open up a newspaper just looking for new fucking fights to pick, a new side of the fence to sit on. How fucking boring is that? How fucking tiring is that? I think the lack of a middle ground is something that really pushes people away as well, because it seems like a lot of the time being normal is something that you have to be all the goddamn time, and if you have anything that isn't normal, it's only acceptable on their terms. Like, you know, it's okay to be gay, but as long as you're not all in my face about it, okay? As long as you're not here. It's okay to be trans, but only if you pass by our standards. Only if we can't actually tell that you exist as a trans person. It's okay to be, you know, a person of colour, as long as you're one of the good ones. Because this is the mentality they have. They still set the norms. And even when you deviate from the norms, for them to accept you, you've still got to fit into whatever categories they fucking assign you. And I hate that shit, because it's not about individuality. It's not about accepting you for who you are. It's about you still having to twist and fit yourself to fit them. And fuck that shit entirely. I will leave the fucking world if that takes over for good. And I suppose this might be one of the bigger points that really gets me, but the whole us versus them mentality. It seems like the majority dictates what's normal, and that's just how fucking psychology works. I get that, that's fine. But the fact that they're almost on a constant hunt, a constant search to seek out things to be angry about, to push out, to boost their own importance up. It's so fucking tiring. It's so pointless. And it gets to a point like, if you are the kind of group that likes to push people out because you don't like them and they don't conform to your norms, I don't want to be a part of you, even if I do conform, even if I am exactly what you're looking for. If you actively go and push these people out and make them feel lesser than, Fuck you, you fucking cunt. No, that is not my speed. I will stick with the furries, because they never do that shit. Well, they don't do it as much, or at least, shut the fuck, okay, maybe they do, whatever. Thank you very much for watching. Obviously, as I said, this wasn't a very, like, targeted thing at specific individuals, but hell, maybe it was, who fucking knows? I love targeting people. It's just mostly just a set of traits and characteristics that typically don't make me exactly violently angry about the world, but they more... When I see these things in action, it makes me happy that I have a safe place to go to. I have the furry fandom. I can go and be a feet-loving, ticklish blue doggo on the internet who drinks a lot of tea and swears a lot and really needs some fucking Subers or Strepsils or something because this voice is hard to maintain. Because I don't have to put all of my eggs in the normie basket. I can enjoy some good times in my life. Oh, there we go. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, and you heard me mention feet, you've probably seen this graphic flashing up because you could check out some feet and paw pictures because, yes, I am that kind of hoe. I am selling that shit because I'm too poor to have morals. I also do merch, so if you ain't into the feets or the paws, in which case, how are you not? But we have merch. You can check out some shirts, some hoodies, some fucking cushions, some cool shit, maybe. Or if you just want to make sure that I don't die. If you just want to think, like, oh, that guy should probably eat. I mean, maybe not, but he should exist on this planet. Then look, we have ways of that as well. And I appreciate the fuck out of everyone who's ever supported, who continues to support. You really are the reason I'm still alive. Thank you so much. It means the absolute universe to me. And thank you as well for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I guess I'll see you all next week. Bye!